on some interesting political news in South Africa. I hope you guys know a guy called Prince Mashele. Prince Mashele is one of the political analysts, and I don't think he's self-proclaimed. I believe he has the title, he wears the title, and it's safe to call him a political analyst because he's been engaged in different political discourse. He's not just biased, he's not just negative. He says positive things about different political parties, also criticize and say negative things about political parties. So I'm gonna play a clip of you guys of Prince Mashele saying that the MK party will die the day President Jacob Zuma dies, because it's only relying on President Jacob Zuma's status, President Jacob Zuma's face. But I want you guys to listen to him. You'll share your comment, you'll tell me if you agree or disagree. There's a clip.
Oh, there's no question about it. You live and I live.
Yes.
The day Jacob Zuma drops dead, that will be the end of MK party. The question is, who among the rogues will hold this thing together? If you look across the rogues, whether from Hlophe to Lucky Montana to Brian Molefe, all of these people don't have the weight that Jacob Zuma has, that brings together, firstly, these rogues. Number two, that energize the base of MK party. Number one. Number two, when Jacob Zuma is dead, the family is going to project itself as the leader of the party. And they will expel some of these rogues, by the way. And they would want to control this. You can see the influence of people like Tuduzile, for example, that they see this thing as a family affair. So without Zuma, I cannot see the future of the MK. The last point is this. It is very clear, as I said earlier, that Zuma doesn't want strong structures within the party. Umkhonto as a new party, number one, does not have local leaders. The image of Umkhonto hangs on the image of Jacob Zuma. That's why it does well nationally, but when it comes to by-elections, when it comes to local government, it does not do well because it does not have local activists who are credible. So when I say it will do well in 2029, I emphasize this, if Jacob Zuma is still around, it will again hang on the image of Jacob Zuma. It will be the image of Jacob Zuma vis-a-vis the leader of the ANC. So this time around in 2024, it was Cyril Ramaphosa versus Jacob Zuma in the psychology of voters, in particular in KwaZulu-Natal. So to answer your question more precisely, what is it that will attract voters? It's the force of Jacob Zuma's image and personality. I mean, polls are telling us that Jacob Zuma is the second most popular politician in South Africa after Ramaphosa. You can relate it to the decline of the ANC. I see, because you see, even the rogues, these people we call the rogues, all of them were in the ANC, all of them. So you can see that the move is from the ANC towards the MK. And by the way, closer to the election in 2029, you will see more people, by the way, and leaders leaving the ANC, joining the MK, because they will see the future in the direction of MK. So I don't think that the EFF is going to get something from the ANC. I don't think the DA is going to get a lot from the ANC.
Not in its current form.
Not in its current form. I think that the ANC's loss will go to MK.
So you just heard, right? That was Prince Mashele, of course, speaking in one of the podcasts, State of the Nation. If you want to watch the full clip, you can go and watch the full podcast, State of the Nation. So he was explaining the collapse of the MK will only result when President Jacob Zuma dies. I'm not wishing harm on anyone, but I don't know what you guys think. Do you believe MK party is only relying on the image of President Jacob Zuma? Do you think after President Jacob Zuma dies, the MK party will also die? And if it happens so, God forbid, nobody must die. God forbid. If it happens so, do you think one of the children of President Jacob Zuma will take over? Do you think it will be an outsider? Will it be Floyd Shibambo? Will it be Andile Mngitama? Will it be Jai Shlope? What do you think? Of course, we are all making our own opinions, our own analysis. We don't know what the future holds. We don't know what is going to happen tomorrow. We don't know what is going to happen in the future. That's why it's called analysis, political analysis, predictions, assumptions. In cases like this, whereby you're speaking about the future, you can only rely on what you think, what you predict. So, of course, things might not happen exactly as it's saying, you know. And, of course, things might also not happen exactly how you think about them, how you expect them. But it doesn't mean the conversations mustn't be held. It doesn't mean the political discourse mustn't be held. It doesn't mean people should stop predicting what they think. After all, it's our own personal opinions. As for me, I have my own personal opinions about this statement he made. I have my own thoughts, but I will share them another time on another video. In the meantime, you will tell us what you think. Is he crazy? Is he right? What do you think? Thank you very much.